Good morning, everyone. Let's see what daily profits. Today's Thursday, and CARV is the leading gapper in the markets right now. So I'm looking to buy it over for the break of 16 for continuation. This one was a big mover yesterday, also. So as you can see, it's moving right now. So 1705 was the pre-market high for it. So we'll see if we can get a nice continuation. Now it needs to break over 25. Spreads are a little bit wide. Okay, let's see if we get that continuation over 25. Needs to break 25. Okay, and you get 30, and you get 50, you get 60. So next level it will be at 1705. That's the next level. Find support at 50. Okay, he comes. 80. $17.05 is the high. There goes 90, 17. Let's see if we can push back up again. Get some off at 83. Beautiful move. Comes back up at over 17 again. So I'm holding 500 shares. 25. Here we go. 27, 35. 39, 50, 55. Beautiful move. 60. I see 60 as printed. 78. Get some off here at 80, 18. 1810 was the high. 1818. Beautiful move. See if we can push back up above 18 again. I'm holding about 200 more shares. Got 70. I'm gonna hold the rest and see where we could, how far we can move. So this one moved, was a mover yesterday. So yesterday, what was this? Yesterday was the 7th. So it did a red to green move, and then this morning did a red to green move, and then this morning it gapped up around $4, and then it pushed back and it started moving around this area here. So I knew once it break 1550, I was very interested in it, and as you can see, as it breaks 16, I bought for the break of 16 for the new highs, and you see you got a really good and nice continuation, 16, 17, and then it went all the way up to almost, yeah, it went up to 1820. So that was a really beautiful continuation on it. I'm holding some shares, um, because I think this move just started, and there's definitely more on it. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be using this moving average here, the 9 moving average, to push back higher, basically. Beautiful move. Spreads are a little bit wide at this moment. As you can see, it's pushing back up. Question is it going to continue? Here it goes. I'm just gonna hold this until for the break. If it doesn't break, then I'll go ahead and exit out this trade. But I'm looking for that break of 18 again for continuation. I don't want to average. I don't want to buy. I don't want to average up, because if I buy another 1,000 shares, it's going to move my average from 15 to around maybe at like 16. Yeah, maybe around like 1650, or maybe even 17, I think. But if we can get this break right here of 84, I'll definitely be a buy. I'll definitely buy 1,000 shares, and to looking for the break of 18 in continuation. So I'm going to hold the remainder of these shares and look for continuation in this one. You 5 minute candles about to open up. Okay, didn't really do much. So, but it's still holding the 9 moving average. So it's pulling back and it's consolidating with low volume, as you can see here. Low volume consolidation. And what you want for continuation is the volume to pop back up for volume to continue, for increase in volume to take place. So low volume on the pullback and consolidation area, and then you want a big pop in volume for the continuation to take place. Still holding a 9. This looks like an ABCD pattern. ABCD, small one. So let's see if that can be completed. Ultimate stop is below this level 1690, which means it broke the upper trend, and then it's pulling back a little bit more. But A, B, C, let's see if we can get that ABCD pattern for a break. That would be good if it can happen. You know? This right here was a nice little pop, but it was a false break. As you can see, it pulled back. And my stop is below, yeah, right here. Come on, CARV. Let's continue higher, baby. Volume is still light right now, as you know, still early. Okay, here we go. Can we get a break to a new high? I see continuation. Can we continue? It needs to break above these levels right here, 74 to 80. I'll be a buyer around this area for a break of 18. I see the nice ABCD pattern, a small one. Let's see if it can continue and complete. If CARV is popping, UONE, I knew was going to be right behind it. Here we go. Buying at 85. Break 18. Here we go. Taking the profits off. 18.12. Let's break 20. Come on, baby. We can break 20. Gonna go test double top at 18.20. Can we get a continuation? Needs to break back above 18 for continuation. Because I see buyers coming in at this moment. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we get continuation. Come on. See some sellers at 18. Okay, here we go. 20, 25. Alrighty. Get some profits off the top. 200 shares left. 263 shares left. Beautiful completion of an ABCD pattern. That was a textbook. Textbook. And like I was saying, as you can see, high pull back with low volume. So this is A. I'm just going to draw it for you guys. So this is A right here. Pull back. And this is B. Draws off a little bit. So AB. There goes C. And then D for the break and continue. And as you can see, it pulled back, low volume, and then increase in volume as you get the break. Textbook. Still have some shares I'm holding, about 263. Let me remove all of these. I'm still holding some because I think there is potential for continuation here. CARV, and I'm looking at daily. All-time high is at 22 for it, and it is at 18. So this is the all-time high for all-time highs at 22.97, and right now is at 18.49. It's pushing up now. It keeps pushing up. So if it breaks 19, the next level is the highs. It's clear skies basically. As you can see, got a nice little continuation here. 44, 50, break of 50s coming up. Here we go, 60, 62, 69, and break 19. All my shares at this right now at 54. And now I am going to wait for a pullback to get another good entry. Beautiful move on this one. UONE, CARV. When CARV move, you watch UONE. When UONE move, you watch CARV. Those two stocks are closely related together. But most of the action is in CARV. It's a low float, and UONE is also a low float. See, UONE is making this move right here. So it came from 8, and 9 at 9, 14, and has potential to keep moving higher. So that one is a definitely good one to keep an eye on. Also, BYFC is also closely related. Those three stocks: BYFC, UONE, CARV. When one moves significantly, and a lot of people miss that first move on UONE, on CARV, usually they go and play UONE or BYFC, one or the other. But I'm going to keep playing playing CARV because this is the one that has the most volume, and you can get in and out. It's pre-market, and it has the potential to test its all-time high, which is at $22. So that one is what I'm going to keep my eye on. Taking a little break, be right back. A breakout this levels will be very significant for continuation. Let's see if we can get a break. Can we get continuation here? About at 99. Goes 21, 22, 24, 27, 38. Let's see you get continuation. I'm holding here because I think some buyers are going to start coming into the stock, and you can probably get a nice move over 1950. If it breaks over 1950, then you could definitely look for a test of 20. I'm just gonna hold here and see if we get continuation. Needs to break about 40. Comes 40. Next test needs to be above 50. Gonna hold for the pullback. See if we get continuation volume. Five-minute candles about to open up. Gonna hold above 19. Okay, buyers came in at 19, which is above the. So you get a double bottom here. What we want is continuation. So push back up towards the 1945 area. Let's see if we can get it. I'm gonna hold through this pullback right here. So buyers are coming in right now. Let's see if we get a continuation back above the 1940s area. Here it goes. Let's see if it continues. Just needs to break above 50. 50 becomes resistance right now. So it needs to break above 8 plus 50, comes 60. Sellers at 44. Doesn't want to drop, but some people are trying to short this right now. Um, I would definitely love for that squeeze to take place. New 5 minute candles about to open up in a couple of seconds. 9 o'clock. The squeeze will be lovely for the break of 20. New 5 minute candle. Needs to break above 40 and 50. So we get a continuation. Come on, big boy. Let's break. Break back above 50. Needs to break above 50 and then 60. So it's meeting some resistance around this area here. The 50s and the 60s that it's meeting resistance. If we can break those two areas, then you can definitely get a pop. So we'll just have to see. Because it tested the 50s again. It's a big fight right here. Some sellers do not want it to break above this level, 50s and the 60s. If it breaks, they're going to have to cover, and it should continue higher. Ultimate stop is below 1880. If it breaks this level, then okay, I'm going to be all out. Yeah, because it can continue lower. This one was at $400. Beautiful move on DBGI. Uh, could have kept, should have kept some. Wow. It continues. Oh wow. Bought at 712, and I sold at 19. Break above 95. Is it a false breakout? Yep. Not liking that. Exiting. All right, so basically I gave about 400 off the top from where I was at. I'm gonna sit back at this moment so I can see this was a false breakout. As you can see, touch 8 and then pull way back down. Really big false breakout on this one. So off about 400 from the top in regards to profits. So definitely looking for a play on DBGI for could be a gap and go setup. I like it over 90 and CARV. I definitely like CARV because it pulled back, and if it can get back above the VWAP, I definitely like it over 1850s for continuation. CARV. So I like it above this area here for continuation. It tapped 20, pulled back, some resistance. So let's see if we can get a continuation on this one. DBGI, I definitely like how this is going right here for a break to a new high. That's what I'm looking for. Seeing if that play could come about. 2 minutes until the market opens. All right, let's get ready to rumble. And definitely have to see what the halt level is on DBGI. So I definitely like it over 790. Let's see what happens here. Okay, it's pushing down. 80 becomes resistance. It's pulling back. Giving it some time. This one's a fast mover too. So being patient and waiting. Because it's meeting a lot of resistance. Alrighty. What at 98, sold at 20. Sold at 5. See, missed the bulk of the move here as the halt level is coming up. Sold a little bit too prematurely on that one. So way too. I bought at 98, sold at 05, a little bit too prematurely. I want to buy this with a break of 4. See if we get continuation here. Didn't get filled. 430 was the pre-market high. Buying over 29. See if we get continuation. 28. I gotta feel like 28. Not a good fill. Not a good fill at all. $4.19 is resistance. Let's see if we can break 28. I want to double down, but I'm not doubling down. I'm gonna hold. Okay, here we go. As you can see, came right back down. Holding for a little bit longer. See if we can get break back above that level. I'm still watching CARV on my side. It's popping up. Really nice pops. Seeing if we get a continuation on this one here. For a break of the highs, which was at 430. It touched 429. I bought a little bit late. If it doesn't move, I'm going to have to exit because I see another stock is ripping. And I definitely want to take it. Oh, okay. About to exit this one because CARV is ripping and it's about to get halted. See the next levels for it. I wanted to buy it for the break of 19. I just need to see. Came in, did not trade my plan. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play UONE as a sympathy. And I'm gonna wait for it to resume. So I want to buy for the break of 20. Let's see if we get a move. 25. I bought at 24. Let's see if we get a continuation here. Let's see if we can, if this one can go a little bit higher. I'm looking for like a 40 area, but it does not. Okay, pulling back now. It's not what I was really looking for. I'm gonna hold a little bit longer to see if it can recover and push higher. Ultimate stop is at 80. Let's see if we get a continuation here. See 27 got printed. 20. Come on, baby. 24, 27. I'm just gonna exit. It's not. I rather play CARV than this one. And what do you know? As soon as I exit, it continued. Resumption is at 20. Pre-market high is at 2030. I think it can break it. Getting ready for 1,000 shares. See if it can pull back. Opening. Oh, wow. Okay, break of 21. Wow. Look at this. I didn't trade my plan coming into the open, basically. As you can see, sympathy momentum is for U1, but U1 it does not have the backing. 994 was the high for this one. Buying at 85. See if it can break higher. 84. Okay, so we get a halt going up for the break of 10. 1017. Okay, it's gonna get halted. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold for the halt for continuation. So resumption time is at 9:49:56. ARV is about to resume at 9:47:15. So let's see. 9:47:15. And oh my, look at resumption at 24. Oh my. And I was looking for the entry at 19. Resumption is at 24 right now, people. That is a crazy move. 24 is a $2 jump move. It's a 10-minute hold. Resumption is 24 right now. That's $2 from its original from where it halted. That is crazy. And I missed the entire move. Trade the plan, trade the plan, trade the plan. When you veer off the plan, you miss beautiful opportunities like this. Break up 18 and break 19 got halted. Resume higher. Break 20 is at 22. One resumption is at 49:56. It shows 10:30. for it at this moment. Exemption times at 49.56. I see 1040 printing. I see 1050 printing. Let's see if we get a gap and go. And resume higher and continues higher. Resumption now. Here it goes. Let's see 11. Can we break 11? Okay, let's see 11. 11 is getting printed. Hold for this pullback here for a continuation move. Let's see if we can retest the highs. Break back above. I think I'm going to sell. If it continues lower, I'm going to be a seller, but if not, then I'm going to hold for a retest. Up 480. See if we can get a retest back up higher. Needs to break back above 50. Okay, gonna get out. Ah, man. Thought we was gonna get a continuation. It did not happen. Bought at 84, sold at 1003. Only made $100 something dollars of the stock, and it was at open up around. Ugh, this day suck. Look at CARV. Open up at 24. Buying over 70. If it can break above 70, I'll buy. Playing the sympathy momentum. CRV push and got halted. Then the sympathy momentum, which is U1, buying over 68. Let's see if we can push higher. 98, 11. Selling here. Can you break above? They're going to break above 11 and push right back down. As it continues to go down. Only made about 70 extra dollars on that move there. I am not too happy about today at all. Even though I'm up $1,000, I'm not happy. I am not happy at all. This could have easily been a $6,000, $7,000 day off of just one stock, CARV. I didn't trade the plan. Look at this baby here. From 18 to 26. Actually, red to green from 17. Push up to 18. My buy point was at 19. So 19 could have made at least $5,000 just on this move for the resumption and hold to right there, $5,000. And beautiful move. I missed it. Messing around with a third tier, like a third grade stock. I should have never even touched this one. Why? I don't know. And I lost on it. And I was watching CARV pop. And I was messing around with this one. Completely out of, I didn't even look at this pre-market. Completely out of my trading momentum this morning. I didn't even see this one. And I bought in for the break, pulled back. I lost about 30 cents on this move right here as CARV was popping and getting halted. Now it's at 26. Alright, 2605. It says 2525 is resumption. Is it gonna pop low and then push higher? Here it goes. Yep. Look. It's gonna get halted to the downside. Let me see if we have let me show locate. No shares available. Ah, no shares available. MRIN is always a beauty. If you can break this level right here, 64, and you might get a nice move because it is above the VWAP at this moment. It's a 10. Yeah, squares are about 10 cents between one another, but this one is a mover. And if it catches some volume, I'm definitely going to be a buyer for the break of buying at 84. Let's see if we get push higher. I bought at 83. What was the high? 89. Ah, not a good, not a good entry. See if this baby could push higher. 89. 89 was the high. Not a very, not a fan. Are we able to get a break? No. Let's see. 80 here. 80 is getting printed. It's gonna pull back. Oh, wow. Big flush. See, not a fan. Gonna hold and see if we can push back up. Not a lot of volume. Let's see if we get a break above the 80s. I'm looking for 617. If we can break 17, that's fine. I'll just sold all my shares around that level because it goes 84. Needs to break above 89 areas. 84 is resistance. Let's see if that could happen. I'm still holding right now. New 5-minute candle. Not a lot of volume, I would say. Let's see if we can go ahead and retest for a break. 79, 75. See 70s, 75. He goes 80 again. Got a little bit of volume coming in. So it needs to break above 80 for continuation. 83. It goes 89. Needs to break above 89 now. At 87. Buyers coming in at 76. We got some buyers here, 87. So buyers coming in. See if we can break. If we can break 89. Okay, get 90, 98, 17. Selling all my shares here. Selling all my shares at 98. And as you can see, it's pulling back. CARV is just beast. It's a beast. And I missed it. I missed it. I do not want to be a buyer around these levels. I had my levels set pre-market and I completely botched. Look at it. I completely botched the trade. I have to say that. I have to own that. I have to own it up to myself. This trade was completely botched. And I have such a FOMO right now. I want to play the sympathy for U1, but only if it breaks above the 50s level. So around 1060, I want to play with sympathy. But if it does not, then I'm I'm not going to be a player at all. I might be done for the day. – 19 million shares traded with CARV today. 19 million. That is crazy. Halt level for U1 is at 1085. I want to see if it's going to find sympathy momentum to push. MRIN did break 17. Beautiful break too. U1 is just very hesitant pushing forward. Do not want to be buying this at all. 50-cent spreads, 60-cent spreads I'm seeing, and it's just skipping. It's just skipping. Will you want to join the party? That's the question. Will you want to join the party? I like you one for the break of 60. You one is really not going to be joining this party that's going on here. Are you serious? It's out the back doing its own thing. CARV is ripping. No shit. I feel kind of sick right now because of this. Yeah, I feel sick. Such a beautiful move. And I missed and the entire move. I only traded pre-market. And yeah, I was it did exactly what I was expecting it to do with a pullback, red, and then to green move, and blew my expectations out of the water. But that's okay. There's going to be some more opportunities. Pausing for now. Hello, everyone. Just stepped away from my computer, and when I came back, I just saw CARV just shooting for the moon, basically. So what I did is I bought at 37.78 on this candle. I bought at 23 on this candle here, and watched it pushed up to around 38, and I sold. High is 38.87 for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce my share size to about $500, and I'm looking for the break of the high. I'm looking for a break back above 37.50. Beautiful, beautiful push. Now it's pulling back. I don't know. It could be double topping here. 37.87 was the high. It could top, but at the same time, for it to do such a move to the upside, I think there could be continuation. So if it can break back above 37, that would be a nice buy point. Oh, COHN just popped up. COHN popped up and got halted. The high is 49.95. So with COHN, I want confirmation that it wants to break. So if it can get to around the 45, 46 area, and I see volume accumulation in it, then I'm going to be buying for the break of about 100 shares for the break of 50 for continuation. It just got halted at 26:20. So resumption time is at 1:31:20, and we should see. But I'm still watching CARV on the side to see what it wants to do. Crazy moves today. CRV is pushing up. An ideal buy would be over 37 for continuation. 37 to 37.50 will be ideal for continuation. Oh, I was buying for the break, but unfortunately, it broke but did not held. Let's see if we get back above 37 again. Spreads are a bit crazy right now. Giving it some time right now to see. See it get a pop. Yeah. I was expecting that pop, man, but unfortunately it didn't happen. I'm gonna keep an eye on it though. Yeah, babe. Yeah. If it could come back around the 37 area, that is very bullish. In my opinion. It has a break in the high, which is at 38.87. It touched it, tried to move up here, but it failed. I was at 50. I let my I like this action here. At this point, it's either gonna go one way or the other. A new 5-minute candle. I don't see no volume, so it might be it. Nah, that's why I stay away from that one. I don't know. It's going to break high of day. It got close, and it pushed right back down. Basically, almost break even on a day from where I started early in the morning. Made about 200 on that move right there. 16. Okay. I think I'm done for the day. Hello traders, let's see with daily profits. And today was a good day in the markets, July the 8th. As you can see, traded a couple stocks, 2, 4, 6 stocks, and I'm green on all except for one. Should have never got into GBS. Completely threw my trade plan off after I made this trade. But at the end of the day, I'm still up around $1,700 after commissions and fees. My net is about $1,500. So, it's a really good day. The first trade I took was with CARV. Pushing up. Let me make sure I pay CARV. It was pushing up pre-market, and what was my entry at? My entry was exactly at 7:30. So I think it was on this candle right here for the break 16, and I got into it and I rode it all the way up to, I sold some at 1682 and I rode the remainder up to 1786 and sold all my shares around the 18 levels, around I think it was around this area where I sold all my shares. Then it popped up and I didn't get into it at all. And I was watching it, I told myself, because the all-time high was so close, it can definitely break it. And it was doing a slow pullback, beautiful consolidation, and then you got a red to green move that I completely missed during the open. And as you can see, squeeze from 18, 19, got halted at 19, open up at 20, continue, got halted at 22, popped up to 23, continued, and then and this thing just went crazy. A really big, a really nice short squeeze, and it went all the way up to a high of around 38.87. So beautiful move, you know. So tomorrow, this one will also be in play when the market, pre-market, because of such a move. People that miss out will be looking to play this tomorrow in regards to a retest. So it popped all the way back up, but it's right back down to close to where it opened up at. And, you can get a nice little retest back, maybe up to that 27. So we'll see. But that was the biggest trade I did. And then GBS was one of the stocks I had no business touching at all. Was not part of my trade plan. And for some reason, I completely got away from my trade plan and tried to get into it as it was popping up here. There was really no volume, and I got stuck and I got caught in a flush. I lost about 300 something dollars in it, and then there was a couple stocks I traded. My highest net I think was around 17 or 18 for the day, but I was just, I was churning shares basically the whole day. I, and I lost some, I made some back, I lost some, made some back, and I decided, okay, that is it for me. Um, so I called it quits, but still a good day. $1,500 in your pocket, still a good day in the market. So that was really good. So tomorrow's gonna be Friday the 9th. So excited to see what tomorrow brings. And overall, the account is going to be up around $9,000, almost $10,000. The overall account is going to be up by. That is pretty good, I would say. Um, and I've been trading for around 22 days in this account, so it's pretty good, pretty good. And I just plan to just build on top of it, one day at a time. All right, so see you guys tomorrow. Please share, like, and subscribe. And good night.